Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Joe, and I know you've probably experienced it just like I do a lot. Um, I there's times I just want to walk away from photography, walk away from pretty much all of it. When business gets slow, or you're in kind of like a funk slump, it happens a lot to artists, photographers as well. I throw that in there to everybody, really, but photography is an art, and it does happen to us. It happens to me quite often. There's been many times where I just wanted to throw in the towel, just sell my equipment. Business gets slow. Is it going to make a difference? Am I going to do okay? What's going to happen to me? Blah, blah, blah. And it just goes on and on. You play that scenario in your head over and over and over again, and it's not a good thing. So I just wanted to let you know, if you go through that, you're not alone, and I'm sure a lot of people have. The other day, yesterday actually, I had a call from a lady that said her son was in the photography class at Glen Oak High School, and he was on the spectrum for autism, and she asked if she could bring him in and go over, just see what I do at the studio, see what a photographer does, and he just really loves photography. So I said, why not? Bring him in. I mean, we do all kinds of things, and I support a lot of organizations, and um, a lot of kids that have cancer. We've done many, many photographs. I've been in hospitals to shoot. I've been everywhere. So he came in and he was like blown away. I mean, he just was really, really a cool kid. 16 years old. The photography class at Glen Oak is phenomenal. The teacher is really, really good. And I showed him just a little bit on how to retouch on the computer, and shot some pictures. And I had an old camera here that somebody had given me, and it's a Canon, and I'm not going to use it. And it had a macro lens on it, and he was looking at that. I showed it to him, and he was like, "Wow!" I said, "You know what? Somebody gave it to me, and I can't use it. I would like to give this to you. I've had it here for about a year, and you can have it." And I thought he was going to cry. His mom just like was in total awe. She goes, "Can I pay you for it?" I says, "No." I said, "It was given to me." And it was an older camera, but it's still, the lens on it was a macro lens, and he could swap it on his camera if he wanted to. So it was kind of fun. It was really cool. And then I asked him, I said, "You mind if I take a couple pictures of you?" And he was like, "No, yeah, that would be great, man." So I shot some pictures, and which I'll post here, and we had a lot of fun. I mean, he was here for about maybe an hour at tops, probably 45 minutes. I had another job I had to be at. I had to photograph a big real estate house. So it would really worked out well. And just, he looked at those pictures. I tethered it to my computer, and he was like, "Wow, man, this is cool." Because I had just had a portrait in here, and he was looking at the girl's picture on the computer, and I was telling him how I lit that, and I had a big overhead softbox, and just a little kicker light at the bottom to fill in, and I had my, yeah, he was looking around, and I said, "Would you like to have a picture?" And he said, "Yeah, yeah." And so there's this chair behind me back here, this brown chair. I pulled that out. That's what he wanted to sit in, and we did some portraits with it, and did some really cool, moody stuff. And he had some ideas of his own, which is really cool. It was a lot of fun. But that little bit of doing something for somebody else just pulls you right out of that. So you have to do that. Whether you shoot people, whether you're doing architecture, whether you're doing art, whether you're doing street photography, just get out there and do something. Do something for somebody that can't ever repay you. You will feel phenomenal, tremendous. Um, you just want to get out there and do some really cool things. Do something that you want to do. Being in business and loving photography, it becomes a hobby, then became a business, and that can wear out or burn you out. Some of the best pictures I have taken were when I was in like a really not great mood, So I just went out, walked around downtown, photographed some really cool stuff. Some of the stuff in the rain. Just, you never know what you're going to run into to photograph, or who you're going to run into to photograph. Do some stuff for people. Just get out there, use your talent in a good way. You don't have to be paid for everything. I know when business is slow, you need the money. Believe me, many times I was there. Photographers like to buy gear. I did all the time. And it gets you in the hole. You can't keep doing that. The stuff that we have now, the cameras that are out now, even if they're 24 megapixel, will be fine for many, many, many things. And you don't need the 100 megapixel and the 60 megapixel. They want you to think you do because that's how they make their money. Now, if you're a sports photographer, yeah, I would have the fastest camera I could have if that's what you do. But to get a camera that does all this stuff, and what's it do for you? What do you actually need it for? You want it for the status? Do you want it so people can say, well, you know, he shoots with blah, 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 blah? Nobody that has ever looked at a picture said, I bet you took that with the Hasselblad, or I bet you took that with your Leica. I bet you took that with a Nikon. I bet you took that with a Canon. No, they don't care. They look at that image, they look at the person, the expression, the building, the color. They just know that they really like it. It doesn't really matter what you use. I've seen some beautiful pictures off of a phone. I mean, the phones have come so far. So don't let equipment bog you down money-wise, get you in the hole. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there even a couple years ago. I stopped. I'm not doing that anymore. The stuff that I have can produce images that would far exceed anything that any advertising company would need, anything. So I have a 60 megapixel camera and I have a 47 megapixel camera. That's it. Yeah, they're nice. They're beautiful. I've taken beautiful photographs with a 6 megapixel camera that hung at a Color Lab 40 by 60 for a couple years in their gallery. So it is not about the megapixel. It is about what's in here, right here. What you think you can do, you can do. And what you think you can't, you won't. It's just the bottom line. So don't let the influencers and all that stuff, yeah, it's cool to watch, it's cool to use. But after that, after you get it, and then you're like, well, okay, has this made me a better photographer? Sometimes it might. Most of the times you're going to fall right back into where you were. So don't let the gear bother you. Just get out there and have some fun. Do some good stuff for people that can never pay you back. That's the best way to do it. Yes, you need to make money, but you also need to give of your talent, your whatever you have in you to give. And be a blessing, and don't give grudgingly. Just go out and do it. Who else can do it like you? Nobody. And that you are your biggest competition. Nobody else. You want to be better than you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago. Whatever it is, you want to be better every day. You don't worry about what somebody's doing across the street. You don't worry about what this guy posted. You don't what this girl has done, all that. You don't worry about it. Just be better. Just be a better you every day. Everything. Just be better. Make that your goal. Don't worry about competition. Don't look at the stuff online. Don't worry about promotional stuff. Just do what you do and better yourself every day. I guarantee you, you will have a better outlook. You will have more business, and you will be the talk of the town. Keep doing what you do. Don't let it get to you. Don't fail. Just keep. You're not going to fail. You're just going to keep moving, just like I do. Keep moving, and just be a blessing. Hey, I hope this has helped you somewhat. Anyways, I got post some pictures of stuff you do for fun when you are down in the dumps. I'd love to see what you have. Let me know. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.